6ix9ine. Oh my God. Have you been following this?
Well, it was my favourite sex position up until this case. I just think 6ix9ine is just an like there's
this could be a documentary on this. There has to be.
There's telling, and then there's 6ix9ine.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what? I can't even call 6ix9ine a snitch. Like, that is being far too kind, because people that get accused of snitching have probably told like one story.
Yeah.
This Don is telling stories on everyone.
He's going ham. Do you know what the maddest thing is?
West Ham.
The maddest thing is, when I heard the first testimony, and I thought that was the only thing, I did think, okay, it is a bit mad, but it actually isn't as bad as I initially thought it was going to be until I heard everything. But bro, the whole story, is, it has to be, they have to make something out of this on a documentary, because it's such an interesting thing. I've been following it from damn near the beginning, and the one thing that caught my attention the most, I don't know if you know this, but prior to everyone getting arrested, you know, the police basically went to 6ix9ine. They jumped out on him basically, and said to him, listen, you need to roll with us because we got strong intelligence on the fact that like the people that you're with are trying to kill you. Instantly within that is mad to me, because the reason why that's mad to me is because look at the way that 6ix9ine has been acting throughout the last couple of years, and some of the things that he's just said on camera. The fact that the police have essentially said, you know what, we're going to protect you, come with us. Straight away, I'm like, I need to find out how this shit's gonna play out. So instantly, it's like they're saying to themselves, all right, cool, we're gonna deal with this like the Italian mafia. We need to start getting the bosses. What we'll do is we'll grab one person, the person who maybe is the loudest or whatever it is, but evidently is some sort of an outsider. We feel like you're a persuadable, essentially. Come with us. If you tell us everything that we need to know, then we could, you're free to go, and we could take down everyone else. And bro, he's giving everything up. But what it does is it makes for interesting conversation, because when you start hearing about some of the things that's happened, it makes some people think, well, you know what? I kind of see why he would do it. Because the two brothers that tried to kill him, that's part of the same gang that he's in, Harv. The reason why there's a case, I don't know if you know this, the main Don that he was rolling with every day, Shotty, he pleaded guilty. So there's no court case that needs to be happening here. That's it, he's gone. The main guy as well of the gang, Treyway, Murder Mel, he pleaded guilty.
Did he?
Yeah, he pleaded guilty. So there's no case there. The reason why there's a case is because a guy called Harv and another Don, his brethren, they're in for trying to kidnap 6ix9ine. Did you get me?
I read that. Yeah, I read that.
But they're saying it's not them. They were saying essentially it's not them. Everyone else essentially is going to jail for racketeering charges, and they're trying to get these two in jail for racketeering charges as well, right? So they're saying, look, if you tell us everything that happened around the gang and everything how it works, just everything, you're free to go, and it will put the rest. It will close the case. Everyone else, those two gets found guilty and whatnot, and then that's it. Everything's done.
I heard he's out in December. Latest January.
January, yeah, bro.
What's he gonna do?
Well, that was the question I was gonna ask afterwards, because I was gonna ask you this after I bring up everything. Yeah. One thing that a couple of people had mentioned to me was, 6ix9ine has always been a troll though. Like he's always been a troll. So really, if anything, it's the gang, the Dons in the gang and that, they're dumb, because like for them to expect anything any different is stupid.
I won't say they're dumb because they're very dangerous, but what I will say is they're a little bit naive.
Of course. But for me, just because, and this is what I feel like 6ix9ine potentially will do later on, is to say, like I was a troll, and like a lot of the stuff that I did and said, like I didn't really mean some of this stuff or whatnot.
Course, but he doesn't have to. It'd be like the equivalent of me saying Specs doesn't mean half the things he says. We all said 6ix9ine was a troll, but just because he had gangsters behind him, it made everyone believe that he was more than what he actually was. He was just that annoying kid in the playground that would say, if what, I'll call my cousin. Like, I had so much of them in my school, I'll call my cousin. So they just felt they could be rude off the strength of the fact that they had someone to back everything they were doing. So I would never take that person serious. So anyone that took that person serious sounds like a personal problem to me.
Of course. And these are the things that happen in the dynamics of fucking gang shit and that all the time. When money turns people stupid.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Money turns people dumb. But on the troll thing, the reason why I'm not even gravitating to that too much here is because, let me explain something. You know what roadman are like.
Yes.
Yes. I know what roadman is like, yeah?
Scary.
Now, I can sit there and like, I can be on my phone and I could text people and like tweet people and say, you suck my dick. Suck my fuck. Well, see, when I see you, I'm gonna take out the big 4-5 and I'm gonna come to your mum's house. And to me, that's one level of trolling in that, yeah. You see, when you're around roadman and roadman are around you, and you say things like, you know what? I got a 30 stack for someone go and shoot Chief Keef or one of his dons, yeah. Knowing full well that the roadman that you are with could potentially go and kill somebody and probably have killed someone in the past. That's not trolling, that's real life. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That's real. If you were sitting in the dynamic of real roadman and you say, I got 30 bags on someone's head, knowing that these man could potentially do, and someone shot after Chief Keef the next day, you know. And actually, the same night, when 6ix9ine said, I got 30 grand on Chief Keef's head, that same night, man shot after him. And do you know what the maddest thing is? 6ix9ine snitching on him. 6ix9ine essentially put a hit on a man. Just break this down for a second. He put a hit on a man, yeah. The man essentially went and tried to do it, and he's snitching on him.
Now, if that doesn't
Do you understand
like,
that?
If that doesn't sound like a troll, I don't even know what a troll. That is the biggest trollist behavior I've ever seen or heard in one's life, my friend.
Why?
So, because, bro, you're clearly justifying the fact that you're just a little bit of an idiot. You're not really a road guy. You're not really this bad man. So everything you do, I can't take serious. Even if it's something like that, because guess what? Chief Keef is still alive and kicking. So do I really...
Just about.
Just about, maybe so, if it's just about... I don't agree with what he done.
Say he died.
But I can't talk about say this or say that, because guess what? 6ix9ine didn't kill anyone.
No, I know.
But I'm giving you the reality. If all of these things were like we were going to bare funerals because of 6ix9ine, then I'd be like, cuz, my man's a little bit crazy, you know. But essentially, bro, like, it was all just loads of noise.
It was, but bro,
I'm not saying gunshots are not bad, but
no. I know essentially what you're saying, yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, yeah. See, when you are with man that are very much on crud, and you say something in that dynamic, that's not trolling to me. That's you. You are doing something with the. You are actually doing something with with actually the thought process of thinking that I'm actually going to make someone. I want this to happen. Yeah. Like, I genuinely want this to happen.
Yeah, but
otherwise you wouldn't say it around those man.
Yeah, but
you just say it on the internet or you say it on the radio.
This is the thing that you're doing, which is crazy to me, Chucky, because like we're just a bit older. We grew up in a time where it wasn't really this mad. He's a 21-year-old kid, bruv. I can't tell you what a 21-year-old kid would be thinking or behaving like in that way today. I just couldn't tell you. I'm far past that, so I don't know. But that looked like, to me, a very immature young boy who didn't understand the strength of what he was saying. He was just saying shit.
I think he did.
No, I don't think he did, because he's now ratting in the station. I honestly believe he had a level of confidence that made him believe he was going to get past all of this. And it's only when he started doing his latter interviews I started seeing a man that was scrambling.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I'm saying, you got to maintain that energy. Like, one thing that I would say about you, Chucky, is you maintain the same energy at the same time, or all times. That leads me to believe the person you present is who you are. My man is a troll. When I first met him, he's fucking dancing in the rain. He's saying my security hate me. Like, I can't take this guy serious. If anyone did take him serious, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't care if he's saying the things he's saying. Like, he wants attention. Just don't ignore him. Everyone's got their opinion on him. Everyone's saying they're saying on him. And I said to everybody, people like this, just ignore them. Because guess what? Easy come, easy go. The people that remain here, the reason why D-Double can jump on Kano's single right now, he's a founding figure, a founding father. Them man are placed in history for all the right reasons. We want that guy to be here. My G, I don't think the people that love hip hop and love where it's come from are really adamant and happy that they want 6ix9ine here. So the fact that you haven't even got, it doesn't mean that you haven't got a place within the culture to some extent, but what I am saying essentially is that you were always going to get kicked out. People like you always would have found your way out because you're not going to be relevant forever. You're not going to make money doing that music forever. So eventually you was going to go anyway. You're not a Jay-Z. You're not a Nas. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, it was always going to be a quick thing.
You're not Busta Rhymes. You're not Missy Elliott. You're not going to come out and do a mad thing. So you being the person you are, you're a troll. You don't understand the position you have. You're childish. You're immature. Goodbye.
But, okay, this is where I feel like an element of what you're saying is just a tiny bit invalid, yeah?
No problem.
Only because, just because he's sitting there singing and snitching the way that he is, doesn't necessarily justify the fact that he's a troll. Because people just do that all the time. People are a part of genuine street shit all the time and then go out. What you've seen Paid in Full. Look what Alpo did. But Alpo was going and carrying on with a whole bunch of madness and he snitched in the end.
Oh wait, what was he doing?
He was carrying on with some madness.
Being a rude boy?
Yeah, that was his thing.
Displaying it himself?
Yeah, he was displaying it himself.
So the situations are not comparable.
Okay, but let me just finish and then you can take it apart, yeah?
Sorry.
For me, right? I feel, this is just how I analyze it. Yes, he was a troll to a degree and he went out and he said all of this stuff and all the time he was talking about this suck my dick and all of that stuff. I didn't believe that. I just saw it as a person who's just a little bit wild and reckless or whatnot, yeah? But you see, when you are faced in a predicament, you could feel like, you know what, I want this person dead, I want this to happen to that person or whatnot. You see, when you get caught and you are on the stand and someone essentially says to you, you know what, you could face 50 years to life in jail, or you could just tell us what happened now, just that dynamic, regardless of what you've been through, that is a real tester to a person's character, you know? So for me, I see it as a person who was definitely trolling, but also a part of something that he knew what the implications could be if he was caught. But when he was in that situation, he folded. And I'm not going to sit there and necessarily diss him for that, because we don't know what we would do in them type of situations. Personally, I wouldn't be that guy anyway. I wouldn't be there sitting there and doing all that type of stuff and find myself in that predicament. But I'll tell you something, there's a lot of youths in America in particular, with the way that the system is set up, where they're getting arrested for things that they didn't even do, but they're being told by the judge, you know what, yeah? Look at fucking, what's that documentary we was talking about the other day?
The one in Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park. Those youths, I know that they were kids, yeah? I know they were kids, but they didn't do nothing. But they was essentially told, just like a lot of people, you know what? If you don't tell us something, you're going to jail for this period of time. People go up there and they fold, my brother.
All right, so what I'm going to say to you is this. When I was younger, I was a bit of a cheeky bastard. I wouldn't go as far to say, all right, cool, I was very cheeky. And I was worse than I am now. I was a little bit like too much sometimes. And one time I got a mad rushing. I was like 2021.
In Luton or whatever?
Yeah, I got rushed because I think I slept with someone's sister or something like that. I didn't know. And the sister kept phoning me. And for me, I was just like, well, I've not done anything. Like, I have done something, but like, it wasn't to the detriment of you. Like, I didn't try. But because I had an ego and all of these things, I was very trolly. So these boys would be like, oh, come outside the university. I said, oh, I'll finish at like 5, anything, wait there for me, we can go Pizza Hut. Like, I didn't care. I would come to the front, I'll see them, I'd be like, oh, you lot, hi, come meet me at the back. Like, I didn't care. Until one time they caught me at the station and gave me a real ass kicking. Now, that could have gone one or two ways. I could have been the very troll that I still was, because when I got beat up, I remember getting up, brushing my stuff off and saying, you men are still idiots anyway. Like, I was that type of person.
Yeah.
I could have just called my cousins.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm doing it. It doesn't make me bad. I'm still a troll, my brother.
Yeah.
And if I got caught by the feds, I'm going to keep it 100, fam. I would have been terrified. Terrified, because I wasn't a representation of that lifestyle. I was just a cheeky bastard who didn't really understand what I was doing.
Did you call your cousins?
Nah, because I don't.
That's the difference.
No, but I'm telling you.
Imagine you told them.
No, I hear you, but my cousin, I got another cousin who's been in a similar situation, and what did he do? Call our older cousin, like called all of that,
and then what
called
happened?
Me. We grilled him. Because I know what he wanted us to do. And we all told him, bro, when you're just a troll, you go out, you cause problems, you call us. That's your pattern of behaviours. We keep defending you. You keep being a troll because in your eyes, nothing's going to happen to you because your cousins will sort it out. You will say all of these things and say do this and do that, do that. Do you know why? Because you were never doing it. So if the police came or anybody come, essentially you could run out and be like, but I didn't do anything. Like it was all part of your plan as a troll.
Yeah, I hear you.
So my thing is, I don't take you serious because you can't control me. I'm a big man for you. So I think with 6ix9ine in them situations, all it was he was the pulling power for money. So he knew he could get everyone to do what he wanted because he has money. Yeah. So essentially,
but don't you think to me a troll is a person in a dynamic like that? But a troll in a dynamic of that is like a person who'll come out and say all of this mad shit, yeah? And then you're around real rude boys or whatever, and a rude boy then turns around and says, right, you know what, yeah? Do you want us to go and get my man? And then you're like, you know what? Nah, fuck it. He's a dickhead. We'll just
no, but again, you're trying to put yourself in the mind of a troll. You've never been a troll. I don't think you are a troll. What I'm saying to you is, if you've got a trollish attitude, a trollish mentality, you're already insensitive to people. I.e., I used to be a football troll. I'll say it today to Troy Deeney. I used to go out, I used to cast the likes of a Wolby, Chamberlain. You get a little bit older and you realise, you know what, big man? This ain't cool. I'm not fucking cussing these footballers no more. It's not even cool. Like, it's just trash. But there's still people that do it today, my brother. They're trolls. But if they're placed in a predicament, real life, where there's consequences for their actions, they won't do it. But they're just not aware. They live in this surreal world in their mind that doesn't exist for people like me and you. We live in the real world. Okay. We understand the weight of responsibility of our actions against the consequences.
Well, then maybe, do you know what? That's what I find it difficult to understand. That's just
think about it. My man's in New York.
Maybe I got a high level of logic in it, but within that logic, because I get what you're saying. Within that logic, naturally, you have to understand that I'm going to find it difficult to understand how a man is going to be around gangsters, real life gangsters, and say you got 30 bags on a man's head and...
Because they're letting him think that he's the boss. He's doing videos, getting...
But they went and shot after my man because man are hungry,
I know,
bro.
But they wouldn't kill him because they don't have to kill Chief. They're not going to go to prison for 6ix9ine.
Well, oh wait, you think that these men would try not to kill my man? I don't think they shot Chief Keef, you know. They shot his Don.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they weren't. It wasn't Chief Keef, it was his Don.
Well, I guess I don't have all the information,
man,
so
just
I was wrong there.
But like, bro,
I hear you. Because then again, you may be right.
You shoot a man in his arm and you leg. You hit an artery. A man's dead. You know.
Yeah, but let me give you an example. If man's a racist, and he's broke, what can he do really? What, go online and just start saying racial hatred? Imagine you give a racist £1 million. What happens now? So if I'm a troll and I'm on the net saying all of these things, and then my trolling gets me money, why the fuck should I stop? I'm just gonna go worse and worse because everything I'm doing is getting me everything I've always wanted in life. Why should I stop now? Yeah, shoot him. Yeah, do this, do that, do what the fuck you want. Because guess what? I'm trolling and I'm making money. And in my area, everyone values money. And now I've gone from being this small little kid that done rock music and worked in some supermarket to fucking being this massive guy. I'm walking around saying I'm the #1 artist. I'm doing videos with everyone. I'm trolling. I'm getting away with it. That was me, but on a much smaller scale of saying when I was doing Poets Corner, when I was doing That's the Rap and all of these things, bro, I was getting onto everyone, bro. Because in my little mind, and to a certain extent it still exists now, I don't think I'm that much of a big deal. I don't really see what people see. I'm just a normal you. She has a little laugh, has a drink now and then. Let's have a good time. I just want to have a good time. So the way people see me, I don't see it. So the way I see 6ix9ine, I don't think he will ever see it like that because in his mind, I'm the hottest artist in New York.
Yeah, I can do what I want. Yeah,
I can say this. I
just say, bro, you know what? There's one thing, just saying it like you're gonna make an assassination attempt on someone. When you just say it, that's just one thing. When you say it around man that really are on shit, and you hang around with these men every day, to me, that is not a troll. That's a real assassination attempt. You were trying to get a man. Bro, you were trying to get a man shot and killed.
You're not a killer, but I promise you, the one thing that every human has is animal instincts. This is basic survival things that we go to when everything else goes out the window. So even a baby, when they're born, you put them near a breast, they go to suck it because it's survival, it's innate in you. So you're not a killer, but if you're put in a situation, Chucky, do I feel you have the capability of killing somebody?
Oh, absolutely.
But exactly. So my whole thing is, but it just depends on your circumstances down to your frame of mind. Now, what I'm saying to you about 6ix9ine, he's a fucking troll, bro. He doesn't care. Like,
I'm not taking it away though.
Exactly. So that does mean that someone could die because of what he does, and he's still a troll.
Yeah, no, okay.
He's just a troll that's probably willing to kill someone sometimes.
But he's not even willing to do it. I feel like 95% of what he was doing is trollism. Yeah. Okay. Is trollism. However, he's in a dynamic of something that is very serious and a part of is deeper than him. Maybe he doesn't know that. Maybe he doesn't understand that gang life and gang culture is deeper than him as his existence in life. But I genuinely believe, which is speculation because I could be wrong, but I genuinely believe he understands the capability of these men and the temperament of these men. And I'm just putting myself, which is very different, in the same predicament of men who have that mentality. You know what? See men like that. I don't even invite them to my dances. I don't invite them to my dances.
You're sensible, you know, my brother.
Of course, all right.
Do you know how much men I know around me that are not sensible, that are trollish, that are annoying? Like, they don't have they do things and I ask them why they did it and they can't explain and they get angry with me that they can't explain to me why they done that. I know so much people like that. Why did you do that, bro? Because I wanted to. All right, we're adults now. That works when we were 15. It was incredible. But as adults now, why did you do that? I could do. We shouldn't talk. That reminds me of 6ix9ine.
What if in that dynamic I said, I was trolling on something, but I was like, in that troll, I was looking to get someone hurt. And a man comes to me and says, are you sure? Do you want us to really go and do that? If I turn around and I say, yeah, am I still trolling?
Yeah, because it's the level of consistency within you that defines you. If we take a look at his biggest attribute as a human being, it's his ability to troll. He can't be anything else but that. If he was killing niggas daily, I'd be like, yeah, this guy's a killer. He's not.
I feel like if he says
trolling
no,
Chief Key.
I feel like if he says no, he's trolling.
If he says no to what?
If somebody asks him in that situation, if he says, you know what, I've got a hit on someone's head, and a man comes to him and says to him, do you know what, are you sure about that? Because like, is the money?
But you're looking.
If a man, no, let me finish. If a man says, nah, do you know what? Don't worry about it. In my opinion, he's trolling. If he says yes,
you're missing the point.
If he says yes, he's not trolling to me.
You're missing the point though, because you're looking at one thing, then changing the whole dynamic of his frame of mind.
That's what happened.
No, but that's not what happened because Chucky, I don't give a damn if you do 10 things in 1 week and 9 of them is one thing. If you do one thing else, that is not who you are. I don't care. The 9 things you do are who you are. This guy was trolling before he was even 6ix9ine.
I know that.
So if you've been trolling your whole life and then one time you get a hit on someone, I can't go and say, well, you're a gang. Bro, you're a troll,
wait. I'm not saying he's a gangster.
All right,
I'm saying he's an idiot.
But you can be a troll and an idiot.
Of course, I understand that.
Trolls are idiots.
Okay, all right, cool. Okay, maybe.
So what point are you making?
I'm using the wrong point. But the thing is, a troll to me isn't necessarily somebody who's going to get somebody killed. It's somebody who's going to go and say bare outlandish stuff with almost the thought process of thinking like, you know what, everything's going to be okay. Nothing's actually really going to happen. That's my definition of it. So for me, if you are in a dynamic of a situation where there's men who are really capable of killing someone and you put a hit on somebody's head and you co-sign that and they go and attempt to do it, that's real life.
Now, if I go to Doncaster and grab someone and say, give me your definition of a roadman, they don't know anything about it really. They've seen it, they've watched Top Boy and a couple stuff. Their definition of it is going to be like, I can imagine it to be like this. And I'm like, cool. That doesn't mean it can't flex out of that. Like, so we're not trolls. I was kind of a troll. I don't think you've ever been a troll. So for you to now say, well, to me, this is what a troll is. It's like, yeah, bro, that's to you, but you're not a troll. You've never been a troll.
But
so
that's always been my thing.
But my thing is,
perception.
I know, but my thing is this. You have to actually open your mind to the fact that, no, that is the capabilities of a troll as well. Don't be alien to that. Because the moment you're alien to that, you're downplaying someone's capabilities. And it's like, bro, a troll could do that. Like I said to you, you give any troll that much money at 20 years old when you've come from absolutely nothing and all of these black people are letting you do what you want. You're Mexican. Like, if we're being totally all the way 100, my brother, let's keep it mad real, fam. I watched something from Daylight and he said it right. Like, Mexicans and all, they speak Spanish, bro. Spanish essentially derives from Spain, which is Europe, which is white people. And no disrespect, I understand they're a bit of a darker shade, but essentially, they got no business saying the word nigger, but he's saying that in front of bare people and he's getting away with it and laughing. Do you know why? Because he's a troll.
Yeah.
Like, if you get him in serious situations and say to him, bro, these are the implications if you do these things, yeah? If he feels like there's no way out, he'll stop doing it. But the moment that he's 10 miles away, he's the type of guy to go, nigger, haha. Like, he's a troll. His whole life is dependent on attention. in a negative fashion. Because when he was younger, probably, that's the only way he got attention. He reminds me of a guy that was probably neglected in school, like everyone ignored him. And the moment that he started getting tattoos and doing all this bad stuff, people started giving him attention. And he became so addicted to that. That's all he wants to do now. And now it's got so bad. Look at where he is, bro. I honestly think he's going to make a change, fam, because although I read some of his things in court, he's always going to be a cheeky bastard. He was very cheeky when he was in court.
he still had a pop at Jim Jones, didn't he? He called him a retired rapper.
But he doesn't understand.
Jim Jones is still out here rapping.
But that's his ego, fam. He doesn't understand that when he goes back in real life, if he's real life and accessible,
nah, they'll put him somewhere with
they have to, because
they'll put him
6ix9ine
somewhere
will
with
be
Zimmerman.
6ix9ine will be dead.
Yeah, of course.
Dead.
He can't. Obviously, he can't maneuver the way that he does. I think the trollism part, because I just want to be clear. I think obviously he's a troll, and that is just what that is. But I do think that it's, you know, you've explained something to me, or in a way that like has made me look at it a little bit different. Because I didn't think that. I've just never seen that before. I've never seen a person. I've never encountered somebody I've encountered all different types of people from my ends that have like acted like they're on stuff but not really on it, and people that are on stuff and that really do things and whatnot. I've just never encountered somebody who would like genuinely be around real gangsters, getting them to do some mad stuff that could have somebody dying, and put that in the same category as trolling. Because somebody dies.
You know what it is? If you don't value life, if you don't value your life, how am I going to value someone else's? The reasons why
I think he values his life. That's why he's singing.
That's
why he's singing to
if
bits.
If he valued his life, his actual life, so the concept of life is not just living, because you can be alive and not live. So if you actually valued your life,
he'd be in jail.
Do you know what I'm saying? So if you valued your life, my bro, like you wouldn't have done half the things he done in the first place. But he doesn't value it. What he values is something to cover up his insecurities. This is not any different to loads of people on planet Earth, you know. Yeah. This is just an extreme example of it. I think there's really watered down versions of this same story where people are attracted and addicted to pain. We were talking about it today, because that pain element of it covers the insecurities in which they have. I.e., he doesn't feel like he can get attention just being himself. So what does he do? He bees an exaggerated version of himself, or he just bees a cunt, and then he gets attention, because naturally that's what you get attention for.
No, I get that.
And unfortunately, the attention that he got led him to be a millionaire, a rapper, and getting most girls he wants,
and made him essentially start trying to carry out things that were obviously beyond him.
And what's so sad? Do you know what's the saddest thing about the whole situation? And I think this is actually something I can say about a lot of people from a lot of working class areas that immerse themselves in absolute bullshit like this. They're some of the smartest people you'll meet.
Who's that? What, trolls?
Some of the smartest people you'll meet.
Well, of course.
Their whole life is based upon looking at others. So do you know how much information they've obtained about a day-to-day life? They know how to trigger you. They've watched you so long, they know 5 things they can say to you at any given time that will piss you off. And then they do it just to show you how much power they have.
Of course. Well, he was getting things wrong, you know. He was getting the gang signs and all of that wrong. He was getting in trouble for all of that stuff. His driver was a government informer. That's how, I'm not sure if you've seen it. Yeah, his driver was a government informer. So when you see the video clip, there's a video clip right now that shows 6ix9ine being kidnapped by Harv and the other guy, And
there's a video of it.
There's video footage of it, because the driver, the guy that was driving 6ix9ine, was a government informer. So there was cameras in the car, bro. When I was first watching it, I was thinking, right, I thought that
send me that link.
The reason why I thought there were cameras in the cars, because you know that for insurance purposes and stuff like that, you get cheaper insurance if you got cameras in your car. People check insurance claims and all of that. It wasn't the case.
I know that.
They basically said to my man, to the driver, you know what, you're an illegal immigrant. Right, you're an illegal immigrant. Let us, if you be a government informer, then we'll make sure that your stay in the country is calm. So, boom, they put the thing in there. The drivers testified and everything. Yeah, they put the cameras in the car. What's happened is the driver's taking 6ix9ine somewhere. Someone hits the back of the car. Yeah, this is in the middle of the night. Ironically, 6ix9ine was going to edit a video. There was something that he didn't know how to do. He used to be a video editor before he was a rapper. Yeah. There was something he didn't know how to do. He was going to his brethren's yard. He was going to his brethren's yard. As he's going there, someone's hit the back of the car. The driver said, don't get out. Let me go and find out what this is. So he's gone out. Then about maybe 30 seconds later, door opens. And then like man's telling him get out of the car. And he's like chill. Then he gets out of the car and you hear them having a conversation. And the guy's like, yo, like what's going on? Like what's happening? And 6ix9ine's talking about I was scared, I was this, I was that, I was gonna call you, I was gonna this. And they're like, listen, get in the fucking car. Boom, gets in the car. And then they go take him to his yard, try and rob him, do all of that type of stuff. And then they were trying to drop him off somewhere, but he wouldn't get out of the car because he was saying, if I get out of the car, you're gonna shoot me in the back. They were telling him get out of the fucking car. In the end, he gets out of the car, jumps in someone else's whip, and then just basically tells the driver, drive. They're trying to kill me. Boom, 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 boom. And then that's when he went on Hot 97. No, Breakfast Club. Because he knows that these man filmed it, he went on Breakfast Club after that and tried to talk about some of the shit that happened. So it's all a bit mad. But the trollism obviously put him in that dynamic there. However, I get it, but you around gangsters and you tell man 30 bags, man might actually do it.
And now that's the harsh lesson he had to learn, boy.
Yeah, of course.
The harsh
Do you reckon
lesson.
he could still be out here?
I wouldn't want him to be out here, man.
Do you reckon he still has a career after this?
Do you know what? Nothing surprises me anymore, Chucky.
I really hope he doesn't, but I've got a feeling he will.
I think he will.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't.
I think he'll be massive. He won't do no shows, but I think he's gonna come out and he's gonna be massive. But he can't be on no. He's not gonna. Do you know
Why
what?
can't
I don't
he?
even
Why
know.
not?
You don't even know.
Why
You don't
can't
even
he?
know.
Why can't he?
You don't even know.
But why can't he?
I don't know, bro.
Do you know what the truth of the matter is, yeah? And it's harsh for me to say this, and it's like, bro, like growing up, yeah, all these rappers and all of these gangsters that I heard about when I was younger, fam, so many of them were snitches. It was just like, well, this code that everyone speaks about and everyone values and everyone says you have to live by, half of these guys ain't fucking living by it anyway. So if you lot are gonna get on 6ix9ine, bruv, make sure you keep that energy for a bag of other people, boy. A bag of some of our
Definitely.
like some old school gangsters, fam. I saw the guy from fucking Denzel Washington. Didn't he snitch
I don't know, but
in that film? What film is it again?
Training Day.
Not Training Day.
He was like a police officer or some shit.
Not
like
in
that.
Training. There's a next film. Oh, my memory's terrible, fam.
I can't remember, but
Oh, there's a film where he snitches at the end. I'm sure of it, and I'm just like, well, bro, like everyone's snitching, cuz I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's right, but let's not all just sit down and say, "Oh my god, I can't believe 6ix9ine snitching," when we all know.
no, we could, of course,
No.
you could believe that he's a. You
Everyone
could believe.
should believe that he's snitching, but some people are
Definitely.
so angered by something, like they had a level of expectation of this youth, and it's
Nah.
like, man didn't expect nothing else from this guy.
I knew in that dynamic
Come on,
that
fam.
somebody like that would snitch. But the thing
Crumble.
is, you know what it is, yeah? Why it's
Apple
even
crumble.
difficult for anyone to ever have a conversation about that is because, see, in this country, yeah, yeah, of course, it's like being in a situation where you're going to jail is never nice, yeah. But it's very different here to it is in America, you know.
Very.
You genuinely can go to jail for 100 years. See, life here is not nice. You can get 25 years to life or whatever and then put you on IPP, but you could be out in like 20 years or
yeah, but
you
I've seen
still
Top
get a
Boy.
time in life.
I've seen Top Boy. I'm not in it.
Well, boy,
seen
you
Top
still
Boy.
listen.
Jail's
You
mad.
can serve life in jail. You can serve life in jail and still have another shot at life. There's certain sentences that you get in America that you like. That's it, bro. When you're
I know.
inside, that's you never like. Listen, life without the possibility of parole. You see, when you're facing life without the possibility of parole, and it's time to go on the stand, it's a different thing, bro.
But Chucky, I'm saying to you, if you're willing, and I'm not, and this is not to take a dig at anyone, I don't want to disrespect anyone, I'm just being very honest about the way I see the situation from my life, from how I've lived. So this is not a definition of what it is, it's just my perception. If you're willing to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be given it no parole, all of these things, you didn't value your life. And that's just my opinion. Like, there's plenty of opportunities growing up for everyone to go and do some stuff that you shouldn't do. Now, there's a spell that you do it in, but if the consistency continues, I just think one part of you, maybe not a big part of you, but there's a part of you that doesn't value your existence on this planet whatsoever. And that's what I genuinely feel, because I kind of value the man that goes, this is a quick way to making quick money, but you know what? I'm gonna take this long road because I value my life, I love my family, and I would rather take a long road to making a lot of money than this short road to making a lot of money, which could potentially get me in prison. Like, I'd rather take the long road. I've seen the short road. My dad went to prison a couple of times. Like, I've seen what that can do to a family. I've seen what that can do to your life. It is not fucking worth it. I swear to God, bro. So it's just like, man, don't really rate that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's mad. I think anyway, either way, this is going to be interesting to see how this whole thing
Pans out
because it's crazy. But the thing is, you know what? Essentially, yeah, he told on a lot of man, yeah, and he did a whole load of it.
Sis is laughing.
He did a whole load of it. Man tried to kill him and all of that. That's what he's going to use to try and justify what it is that he did. And everyone has their different perception on, because I see it as this here. I personally see like snitching and the police. I see the police as part of the game too. I see it all as part of the game. So it's literally just how you play this game. Because police are involved in this gangster shit too. A lot of the time when you think about where the guns and drugs are coming from, it's coming from them. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of them are coming back out and just dropping the fucking straps on man and drugs and shutting them back on the road and all that. So all of this is part of the game. It's just about how you are willing to play the game. Some people are willing to go and say, you know what? I'll do anything.
Bro,
I'll do anything. And some people won't. But, boy...
Johnny, you need to figure out what game you want to play in life, dog. I'm trying to play the new FIFA 20. It's lit.
Yeah, bro. Man was out here fucking ordering hits on man's head and all of that.
They want the bags. So everyone wants the bags so bad, they will change their identity. So but the real Tekashi 6ix9ine came out. Daniel Hernandez, when he took the stand, that's who
he was.
That's the real him. He was taken off the street by a gang. They said, you look like a rapper, do you want to make some money?
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
He said, cool. They gave him the blueprint, and he ended up in shit. And then the real Daniel Hernandez came out. He's shook. Of course. He lived at home with 7 relatives.
Yeah. So those man could never expect any different.
No, they did it to themselves. Of course. He said it. Yeah. No one values their life over there.
No, bro, I just don't understand. If I was
rather be happy, fast track happy for 5-10 years, or have 30 years of happiness.
And
most
even
will pick the 5 years.
But you know what's so mad? Like I can't lie to you, fam. When I used to see Treyway in Love and Hip Hop, I used to be really happy, fam. I think Treyway is just a real like Treyway.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll be honest with you,
I kind of like Shotty. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't lie to you. Apart,
yeah, it's different,
bruv. I kind of like them. So what makes me disappointed is the fact that my brother's like, you made a man come in your team that you couldn't trust. I be real with you, Chucky, and this goes out to the whole world, and call me a cunt. I need respect and I need loyalty. And I swear on everything, if you mess up both of those, I'll never speak to you again.
Do you know what? Can I say?
On one
I don't
of
even
those,
think.
we can talk.
Do you know what?
Both of those, we're not talking again.
I don't think that. I don't know. I mean, this is speculation again. Yeah. I don't know if they even. I don't know if they even thought that this guy was loyal like that. He was just he was a financer. So he was able to get people.
No, but I'm not saying loyalty in a friendship aspect. I'm saying loyalty in any aspect. Like, for example, if I said to you, yo, Skits, I want to see you every Tuesday at 4 o'clock for a whole year. If I don't trust you can deliver that, then that means, why would I make that arrangement with you? Because there's a sense of loyalty in that. Now, if you're going to get a boy called Daniel Hernandez that lives in a house with about 6-7 people, who's a Mexican boy, who liked a bit of football and so on and so forth, and all of a sudden change his whole life to the point where he's saying the word nigger, you've got only yourself to blame.
Of course.
This guy's 19 years old, bro. Like, what do you expect?
No, he's a bit older than that still. But
no, at the time when all of the things were going on for him and he was picking up.
Yeah,
and
they got him young.
He was 19 years old.
Yeah.
He made them over 2-3 million in 7 months.
Yeah, he financed a lot. He financed a lot of their shit, innit? So the reality is, I feel like they definitely saw him as someone who was a financer. Yeah, someone who was like basically giving money to the gang and that. Maybe in them dynamics you can get a little bit carried away, and you can lose yourself a tiny bit because you got all of this money coming in. You're probably fucking bare girls and that. You're traveling all over the place and shit, and then like, for a minute, you just let your guard down a tiny bit. But I think initially they knew what it was. They just found themselves in this in my opinion, they all found themselves in a predicament where they were just as stupid as each other. Do you get me?
I agree.
6ix9ine, maybe he didn't want anyone killed, and maybe he was just on a full trolling thing like that, and he just underestimated what these men would do and all of that type of stuff. Yeah, maybe he did do that, and maybe these men did for a second think, oh, you know what? My man's actually all right, you know. Like, he's giving us some peace, but he's actually kind of safe and that. But when they were found in a predicament like this, that's when you find out exactly what it is. And that's why Shotty and Murder Mal straight away just said, I'm guilty. They didn't even try to think.
There's no point, fam.
Huh?
There's no point of saying you're guilty, man. Them man are there. Look, it's got cash, man.